I'm Madison Berarducci, and I will be talking about gender identities. I say that there can be more than one gender, but not more than two sexes. And the reason why I say that is because when you're born, there are only two genitalia that you're born with. And there's either what males have and what females have. And that's what sex is. Gender is not the same as sex. Gender is what role you have in society. It's the stereotypes that people have on you. It's the behaviors you have, the values you have, the attitude. It's what you would have if you were that sex, if that makes sense. So if I was I'm born a female. My sex is female, but my gender could be male, or my gender could be non-conforming. It's a big difference between sex and gender, and everyone mistakes it for the same thing. That's why everyone's like, no, you can't have more than two genders. Well, you just can't have more than two sexes, because there's not multiple parts to a human anatomy. So I believe that the mind is different from the parts. There are people that are born in the wrong bodies. There are people that are born as a woman, but deep down inside they feel like they belong in a different body and they should be a male. That's where transgender comes in. And people don't like transgender because they say you are born with one body, you should stay in that one body. But people's gender, which is in their head, their gender is not what they are born, what their sex is when they're born. So that's where transgender, that's why it's transgender, not transsex, if you think about it. Transgender, you are changing your gender, not your sex. So when people completely follow through with the transgender transformation, I believe it should be called transsex, because then you are changing, if that makes sense. It makes sense in my mind. If you are changing your body parts, then you are changing your sex, because your body parts are what make your sex. But if you don't follow through and you are just transgender, where you dress like a woman, or when you were born a man, or vice versa, that's where transgender is. And I looked up on medical news today that